Hello everybody and welcome to Storytime. For today's Storytime, I'm going to be reading a book called One Day at Wood Green Animal Shelter by Patricia Casey. Hello, my name is Patricia Casey. This building is Wood Green Animal Shelter. It's a place in the city where sick, stray, or abandoned animals are taken care of. It's always busy. Happy, sad, and funny things happen every minute. After visiting a few times, I decided to bring my camera and pencils along. I had a plan to make you this book. The shelter opens at 7:45. Here comes everyone for work. Les, the manager, has the keys. That's Tandy, his Alsatian dog on the leash. Kelly is carrying a box. I wonder what's inside. Wendy is carrying William, a fox she takes care of. Debbie, the nurse, has brought Roosevelt, her bulldog. And I'm here too with my camera. Penny, the shelter cat, is very pleased to see us. There she is on the doorstep. Sweet, cheeps Kelly's box as we go inside. Tandy pads upstairs to Les's office. Now Angela, Colin, Neil, Ricky, and Allison arrive. Altogether, 9 people work at the shelter. You can see them arriving up there. Angela gets the waiting room and clinic ready for the day. Wendy and William go to the downstairs office. Debbie takes Roosevelt to the back room. Kelly and her cheeping box go too. Allison checks Topsy and Timmy, 2 stray kittens who stayed overnight. In the pantry, Colin and Ricky get food ready for the cats who live in the cat sanctuary outside. Can you hear the cats? Meow, 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 meow. Let's go and see what they are doing. Look. They're stretching and yawning and scratching and washing. They're uncurling and stepping out of their little houses. They're pacing and waiting and thinking about breakfast. Back inside, I see what's in Kelly's box. He's a baby pigeon, Kelly tells me. He fell out of his nest onto the street. I call him Roast Potato because he's small enough to fit in my hand, like a potato. Roast Potato has a big song for such a small bird. Let's look at all the times it's chirping all those words. Sweet, 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 sweet. Until Roast Potato is old enough to look after himself, Kelly will care for him night and day. Roast Potato is too young to fly, but he likes going for walks. Swee, swee, he has a little drink with Timmy the kitten. They don't know cats and birds don't get along. Swee, swee, he goes for a walk on his pigeon mix. He's sitting in his food bowl. Whee! He goes for a walk up Roosevelt's back. It's true. Roosevelt looks fierce, but he's a softie. He came to the shelter when he was a puppy. His owners had been cruel to him. Debbie took one look at him and that was it. Love. She adopted him. They go everywhere together. Roosevelt's tail is so short that when he's happy, he wags his whole bottom. His skin looks too big for him. He's all crinkles and wrinkles and creases and folds. The smoothest part of Roosevelt is his big pink tongue. It is always out instead of in. He gives the kittens' tummies a good lick, just as if he were their mommy. Then he gives Roast Potato's tummy such a good lick, Roast Potato falls over. It's true. William the fox came to the shelter with his sister Anna when they were only 3 days old. They were unearthed from their burrow under a building site, said Wendy. Anna was a healthy cub, but William was sick. First he had colic, then pneumonia, and next he went bald. While we talk, William lets me stroke him. Now his fur is thick and silky soft. His eyes are red gold, and they can see in the dark. I ask where Anna is. She was released back into the wild, Wendy tells me, but William was ill for months. To nurse him properly, we had to hold and touch him, so he grew used to people. He couldn't survive in the wild now. William yawns. It's his bedtime. Foxes sleep in the day, not the night. Wendy lays him in his straw outside. Good morning, William. Sleep tight, I say. $12 is clinic time. Dr. Simmons, the vet, is ready to see his first patient, Rolly. The waiting room is full of pets and people. Everyone is chatting. Colin takes notes. So let's see what everybody has to say. So this little girl says, our puppy gets tummy aches because he eats too fast. What do rabbits eat? You can see them over there. And this lady says, puppies, I hope. And then this doctor says, what's the matter with your chicken? And this man says, she hasn't been the same since a golf ball came over the fence and hit her on the head. I'm so worried. She's my pal. And this lady says, I bring all the stray cats I find to Dr. Simmons for checkups. This one I call Domino. What's your dog's name? He says, Rolly. His heart is weak. We come for a checkup every month. Everybody's talking about why they need to see the doctor, the vet. Dr. Simmons listens to Rolly's heart through his stethoscope. Boom, boom, boom. That sounds like a steady beat, he says. Carlos knows that Rolly is never scared with Dr. Simmons. Debbie gets more heart pills. One a day with food, she says. I go upstairs to visit Les, the manager, and Tandy. Someone just called to say she saw a young deer in the cemetery, Les says. It needs to be with other deer. Will you and Neil go and rescue it in the ambulance? Zoom, vroom. Neil and I find the deer asleep behind a gravestone. We are just about to catch it with our blanket when it leads Neil on a real wild deer chase. You can see they're trying to chase after it. Don't be frightened, dearie. We drive the frightened little deer to a wood where Neil knows other deer live. I open the back door and hop. Runs away. Back at the shelter, lots of new animals have arrived. Angela is feeding a baby hedgehog with warm goat's milk. A little boy found it in his garden. Was all alone without a mother, she tells us. She shows me a day's song thrush. It bumped into a lady's greenhouse, she tells me. Soon it will be well enough to fly away. Ricky is dusting a cat with flea powder. She's a doorstep cat, he says. Someone didn't want her, so they rang the bell and ran away. It happens a lot. Debbie and Kelly are bandaging splints around a pigeon's broken leg. Pigeon leg are so small, said Debbie. We use lollipop sticks. It should be healed in 2 weeks. Allison tells me about a little girl who brought in a gecko. It climbed into her mom's suitcase when they were in Spain, she says. They didn't find it until they unpacked. It's come a long way. They don't know how to take care of it, so we will. Another little girl tried to bring her lame pony right into the clinic, Les tells me. I told him to wait outside. This is not a stable. The day is nearly over. Colin's made some coffee. What a busy day it's been. Everyone deserves a cup. William has woken up. He likes coffee for his breakfast too. Coffee fingers. William may be wide awake, but the other animals are tired. Sleep well, Timmy and Topsy. Good night, doorstep cat. Good night, gecko. Good night, lollipop pigeon. The baby hedgehog will need feeding through the night. Angela makes a nest to carry it home. The cats in the cat sanctuary are curling up. Roast Potato and Roosevelt are waiting to go home. So is Tandy. Penny will see everyone again tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Good night, Wood Green Animal Shelter. Until another day. And Les says, night, night, Penny. I just love this book. It was so wonderful. And here is a picture of the artist at work. It says about the artist, Patricia Casey has written and illustrated several books for children, but this is the first time she has used a camera and a tape recorder to help her. So what was cool about this book is it wasn't just, you could tell it wasn't just art and drawings. There was also some photographs of the real animals and the real people, which was super cool. I hope you enjoyed this story time, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye.